Ernest Augustus of the House of Tewkesbury to be your husband.
Yes, I was surprised too.
It's your brother. Sherlock has been kidnapped.
She'll be here, don't worry.
A boy hides in a bag, running from men who want him dead. A girl in disguise finds him, and instead of walking away, she saves his life. Neither of them knows it yet, but this one accident just rewired both their futures. By the end, a boy who almost died on a train becomes the reason a girl believes in love at all.
Life was everything I wanted it to be. Those were the best times of all. So whilst my life seemed completely uncomplicated, dear Lord decided to add a slight complication.
This is the story of Enola and Tewkesbury and how a rescue turned into forever. It starts on a moving train, in the middle of chaos neither of them asked for. Enola Holmes is in disguise, dressed as a boy, hiding her identity while she chases down her own mission, trying to stay invisible long enough to accomplish what she came to do. Then a young man practically falls into her path, Viscount Tewkesbury, the Marquess of Basselfeather, on the run after narrowly escaping an assassination attempt of his own. He's disheveled, dramatic, and completely unaware of how much danger he's still in, insisting he's already made his daring escape when in reality he's still being hunted just a few carriages away. Enola isn't impressed. Her first real assessment of him is blunt: he's a nincompoop, and his recklessness has already put both of them at risk, especially now that she's the one who will be blamed if anyone realizes she helped hide him. But she doesn't leave him. Even as she insists she can't be tied to him, even as she warns him that hiding him could destroy her own plans, she stays close enough to keep him alive. That's the pattern that will define their entire relationship. Enola pretending she wants distance, while consistently choosing to stay. Their next real moment together happens away from danger, in a quiet field full of flowers. Tewkesbury picks out a strange little assortment for her specific colors, no real reason behind them beyond wanting to give her something. It's such a small gesture, and yet it's the first sign that this isn't just two strangers surviving a crisis together. There's something more human happening between them, something neither of them is ready to name. Later, Enola even identifies one of the flowers as a mushroom, which somehow makes the moment more endearing instead of less. Once they separate, life pulls them in different directions. Tewkesbury returns to his world of titles and expectations, and Enola throws herself back into detective work, chasing leads and avoiding the people trying to control her future. But he doesn't forget her, and when he finds out she's run from the finishing school her family wants to send her to, he tracks her down. Not because of the reward money being offered for her return. He tells her plainly that he's come because he's grown to like her more in her absence, and because her life is still in danger. It's a strange kind of romance, practical, understated, delivered almost like an afterthought, but real underneath it. Enola, sharp as ever, deflects with questions about how he even found her, instead of accepting the compliment outright. But she doesn't turn him away either. From there, their bond deepens in small, quietly meaningful scenes. He notices details about her life, the newspapers she keeps, waiting for a message from her missing mother. She notices things about him too, his stubbornness, his strange mix of confidence and vulnerability. At one point, escaping together again, Tewkesbury insists he can drive their way out of trouble, and Enola threatens him half-jokingly when his flirting gets in the way of her focus. It's playful, but it's also intimate in a way neither of them fully admits yet. Eventually, life forces them apart again, different social worlds, different responsibilities, different dangers. When they cross paths unexpectedly, the tension is obvious. Tewkesbury tells her he wrote to her and she never replied. She brushes it off, saying she was busy, but the moment lingers. There's clearly more between them than either is willing to say out loud in public, especially with his reputation and social standing hanging over every interaction. Then comes one of the most charming turns in their story. Enola asks him to teach her to dance, right there in a private moment, with almost no patience for hesitation. Tewkesbury, amused but willing, walks her through the basic steps, correcting her posture, guiding her hand placement. It's a small, ordinary lesson that turns into something bigger, a rare moment where they're not running, hiding, or fighting for their lives. Just two people learning to move in rhythm with each other. He calls dancing a kind of trust, a kind of union, and in that moment, it's clear he's not just talking about the dance. That closeness deepens further when Enola teaches him something in return, how to fight. 2 rules. She tells him avoid the punch, then make the counter. It's simple, almost silly, but it mirrors exactly how their relationship has worked all along. Neither of them backs down, and neither of them lets the other get hurt without stepping in. The emotional turning point comes when Tewksbury finally asks her directly about a message she once sent him hidden in a fan at a ball. She'd sent it weeks earlier, half hoping he'd never decode it, half hoping he would. He hesitates before bringing it up, clearly nervous about what her answer might do to whatever fragile thing they've built between them. She hesitates too, then tells him plainly what it meant she loves him. It's not a grand, sweeping declaration. It's quiet, almost matter-of-fact, delivered in the middle of an ordinary moment, which somehow makes it hit harder than any elaborate confession could. He tells her that, as it turns out, he loves her too, and for once, neither of them tries to undercut the moment with a joke or a deflection. From there, the story moves toward its conclusion with Tewksbury proposing asking Enola to marry him, using his full formal name in a moment that catches even him by surprise. She says yes, but the road to their wedding isn't simple. Enola made it clear early on that this wasn't about giving up her freedom or her identity, and Tewksbury respects that completely. He even makes the enormous decision to give up his title altogether, choosing to take on his real family name instead of the aristocratic one that comes with so many expectations attached. He tells her plainly she's all he has, and he's not willing to lose her over a name or a title. Before the wedding, there's a moment of real doubt. Enola admits she'd started to feel like she wasn't enough, overwhelmed by everyone else's opinions about how the marriage should look and who should be involved. Tewksbury reassures her that saying yes to marrying him was never about anyone else's expectations. It was about the two of them, nothing more. By the time they finally stand together, ready to start their life as husband and wife, everything that felt uncertain at the start of the story has settled into something solid. There's no grand ballroom fantasy here, no perfectly scripted proposal, just two people who kept choosing each other through every disguise, every danger, and every expectation the world tried to place on them. What began as an accidental rescue on a train, a handful of flowers picked without much thought, and a girl who called him a nincompoop has become one of the most genuine, unforced love stories out there, built not on grand gestures, but on two people consistently choosing each other, again and again, even when it would have been so much easier to walk away. If Enola and Tewksbury's story had you smiling the whole way through, you're exactly who this channel is made for. We bring you the best movie recaps, love stories, and unforgettable moments every single week. Hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and let us know in the comments which moment was your favorite. There's plenty more where this came from, so stick around, and we'll see you in the next video.